Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Before we get started, let's really quickly. I see the CPI report came out this morning. Markets headed to the moon. To the moon. To the moon, Alice. Let's do the really quickly. Let's do the disclaimer. Get the CFTC out of the way. There we go. Okay, this broadcast is for educational demonstration purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor. We're not offering any type of trading advice here today. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. We take no responsibility for any losses incurred while trading. Big day today, big report this morning. The CPI came back as expected. As expected. Today is Wednesday, August 12th. Wednesday, hump day. If you're joining us today, that's the good news. Any day above ground, I consider it a blessed day. This morning at 8:30, core CPI came out. The forecast was for 0.2%, and it was 0.2%. The CPI month over month, the forecast was 0.1%. It came out at 0.1%. I know no unpleasant surprises. No unpleasant surprises. Coming up at 10:30 is going to be crude oil inventories. Let's take a quick look at what the market has done prior to us starting this live stream. The bell is going to ring in just a minute, but I think it's important to see this. This is the Nasdaq on a 5-minute chart. You could see we have a big gap up pre-market. The market doesn't like gaps. We could get a big retracement here at the open. Market structure-wise, we're looking for long trades on the Nasdaq. Ideally, we would like to see a pullback to support. We're very much overbought. Here's the ES retracing. We've got a big area of resistance now that's formed on the E-mini. There's the opening bell. We're getting a nice retracement now on both the Nasdaq and the E-mini. Let's look at our leaderboard, community-wide leaderboard. There's a consensus on the Mac truck. We traded right through. I'm assuming most of us traded him right through the CPI report. The Heikinashi Nasdaq on the 1 minute. K-Row and Dion are up $4,000. Miller Time, drop and roll. Danny T, all up about $4,000 on the Mac truck, including myself. Now, the Mac truck is a signal C entry. That's a pullback and go, which would not be a bad entry. Looking at this retracement, we're getting a retracement here at the open. The market doesn't like to gap up. It's filling in that gap. We're going to patiently wait for it and let it find a direction. A mean reversion trade is forthcoming. The mean reversion trade is looking for a signal A. The mean reversion is in a bad order. Let's close that out. If you're in a trade and you don't see a stop or profit target, close that position. Okay, excuse me. Looking for my copier. There it is. Always on top. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Anybody alive and awake out there? We got a nice pullback. That's what we wanted. Now let's see which way the market goes. We're going to be patient. We're going to be disciplined today. We have a daily profit goal of between 250 and 500. On our 5-minute chart, we retraced right back to support the 50 and the VWAP. On our E-mini, let's take a look at the Nasdaq. It's still in the process of retracing. So the market is doing just what we anticipated. No surprises yet. Let's go to our Mac truck. Our Mac truck is our best bot. It's risking 375. I do have the Mac truck on my trade copier. It's risking 375 in entry. If I don't want to risk 375, I can modify that, switch it to the MNQ, and trade 5 contracts. 375 in half is going to be just under $200 an entry. That looks good. So let's pivot to here and put this on the NQ best bot. I like the idea of risking 200 rather than 400. We've got a really powerful trade management configuration called the Leapfrog. Hey, good morning, Tanya. Well, it's not guaranteed, but most of the time it does that, Tanya. The market doesn't like those gaps pre-market. What it likes to do is fill in the gaps. It's not a guarantee. Nothing, in trading is. But what it likes to do, like it did at the open, is it retraced back to the 50, and now it might continue back up into the direction of the trend. But that remains to be seen. Here we go. The Mac truck, that was the entry on the Mac truck. The signal C, the pullback and go. That would have been a beautiful entry. Now we go to a power play on a signal B. Let's hit a power play. It's a little early. We're going to wait. I like the way the market bounced right off the 50 on my 5-minute. You know what? Let's give it a run to the upside. I think it's got some legs here. Really nice volume, 16,000 contracts a minute. My power play, let's make sure it's on the MNQ. It is. We're going to wait. We're going to be patient. We're going to wait for our trade. I like to use a little bit of discretion on when I enable my copier. I want the bot to gain my confidence. How does it gain my confidence? Well, number one, I like the trend to be in agreement with my 5-minute chart. When I want to take a long entry, I look at my 5-minute and I want to see price above the 50 before I'll enable my copier. I need an alignment of trend on a 5-minute. I might see some winners pass me by, but that's okay. I want to stay out of the losers, more importantly. There goes our entry on the power play. I backed off of it because I saw the market. I was anticipating a move to the upside, and it didn't follow through, did it? So it's still early. It's 9:38. Another thing I'm looking at is, are we clear of areas of support or resistance? Our software does a nice job of defining risk with these blue lines you see, and to the upside, you'll see the red line. These are our liquidity zones. That's where price has bounced in the past. There's a lot of buyers sitting right here at 29,870. Every time price comes to that point, the buyers jump in and reverse the market. Let's see if it breaks support. That's another thing I look for. Is my 5-minute lined up trend-wise? Another entry I love is the opening range breakout. Are the bears or bulls fully in control of this market? When we break through our opening range, these areas, these liquidity zones, that means the bears or the bulls have taken control and the market found a direction. We got a bounce right off of support. It's going to come down and retest it. My 5-minute just broke below my 50. So my power play took off short right into the VWAP. So I didn't enable it there because I don't want to trade into the VWAP. Now, if it breaks through, we've got some running room to the downside. Here comes another Mack truck long. Good morning, Rao. I'm starting to like my scalper short on the E-mini. My crosses have just come in. It's a little early yet. I keep losing my copier. I was talking with one of our members, and he said, hey, the market takes during the session 3 moves that are money makers. Be patient. Wait for one of those 3. 3 moves a day. That's like shooting a fish in a bucket. Is it currently one of those 3 right now? I'm not seeing it. Gold on the Heiken Ashi was giving some beautiful signals earlier. Crude oil as well. Today is crude inventory day. I kind of like, let me tell you, I kind of like the NQ long here on this power play. I'm looking at my 5-minute and price is bouncing right off the 50 in the VWAP. Let's see which way it goes. I'm going to wait for the morning range breakout. My volume area low is clearly defined at 29,855. Value area high, 29,942. I want to break through one of those areas. Oh, Nico's got the NQ stop, Mac truck at 3,700. K Rowe, he's a perfect 5 for 5 with that Heiken-Ashi strategy. There we go. Power plays long. I kind of like this entry. It's bouncing right off the 50 on my 5-minute. Momentum is headed down on my RSI line on my 5-minute. We got crude inventory at 10:30. I saw over the newswire that the U.S. and Iran have agreed to a 60-day ceasefire. U.S. and Iran agreed to extend the 60-day ceasefire. The deadline was actually coming up August 17th. Here we go. Let's see if we find a direction here. We've got a narrow ranging market, not far from the all-time highs. Good morning, Michael. Yeah, they were. Big report. Tremendous catalyst event, that CPI report. It came in as forecasted, and I would call that a victory. If it came in hot, chances are we'd be in a sell-off right now. They'd be talking about interest rate hikes. All right, we're going to wait for our opening range breakout. We don't want to get caught up in this chop. Rao was referring to the fireworks we saw at 8:30 this morning with that CPI report being released. U.S. inflation fell in July. It actually ticked down slightly in July. Ooh, here comes a signal A entry. A signal A. Let's go to the leapfrog. Let's stick right with the power play. Let's see if we break through resistance. We've got some running room. Clear up to 30,000. Let's take a look at the Heiken-Ashis. Here comes gold on the Heiken-Ashi. Let's watch the break of resistance to the upside. Here comes our signal on the Heikinashi. Looking for a high volume candle on gold. Mac Truck is in, gave me a winner. Mac Truck gave us a winner. Playing the leaderboard. There we go. Let's look for the break of resistance here. Getting some high volume candles. Popped right through. Let's get stopped out. Let's get stopped out here. Okay, let's look for an entry long. Come on back. Retrace just a little for me. We got our opening range breakout. I was in a trade. It wasn't timed properly. Crude is waffling. We're looking for a power play entry long. That's it. Retrace a little for me. The power play does a B or a C. A C would be a retracement to the 50 and a continuation back up into the trend. I need this exponential oscillator on the bottom to break through that blue line. Here we go. Little further, and then back up into the trend. That would be our signal C. Come on down. Thanks, manager. Liking this gold move. There we go. That's the retracement I needed. Now we need a bounce. This thing might go short. I'm going to look for a best spot Mac truck entry as well. Riza, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Riza's out in Australia. Nico's leapfrog, looking good. Leapfrog. It's really the Mack truck is the one that's, here we go. Here it comes. Let's see if we can catch this move back up. Look at gold. Holy smokes. The golden goose took it. It's off to the races. You can see our 5-minute here. Let's go back to the 5-minute. It's retracing right back to the 50 and the VWAP. The market still hasn't found its true direction. Yeah, it's separate, Riza. We've got I've got a coupon code that I could share with you for the one that I use. I think it brings the price to about $175 on a lifetime license. Crude inventories at 10:30. Coming back to support. These are the moves that's been taken off on. Let's wait for an easy one. Let's get a breakout to the short side. If it breaks support, we've got some real running room here. I want to break support. Some good selling pressure here. Both the Nasdaq and the E-mini are right at support. Gold is in a beautiful trade on the golden goose. I'm in a pretty narrow range here. I'd like for it to push up. Okay, we're in. We're in long. Let's try to get some follow through here. See if we can survive the pullback. Nope. Yeah, you get the feeling this thing is going to break support. We're still in this ranging market. We got to wait till we break out of this range. Jero. Yeah, today's tough so far. There's no gimmies today, let me tell you. We had some fireworks on that CPI report. No real surprises. Took another signal C entry. See if this one has any follow through. This is a 5-minute on the Nasdaq. Wow, look at that. Drop and roll. 20 trades, 75% win rate. Let's see if I have the same settings as him on my Mac truck. Oh, I just changed my Mac truck, actually. Yeah, we're in a ranging environment. Let's see if we break support. Price keeps coming back to the VWAP. Let's get a break of support here. I don't think that's true, Mike. You're funny. Come on, let's get a break of support. We got some selling pressure. It keeps retesting the VWAP. I'll have to ask Sergio, Mike. Come on, let's get this pushed down. This could be one of three right here to the downside. Oh, shoot, my copier. Let's anticipate the short roll here. Here we go. Nope, bounced. Here we go. It's going to come down and retest it. Okay, we're in long. Come on, get the risk off. Get that risk off. A little further. No follow through. Come on, push up. Get in my window. Get in my window. Get my leapfrog. There we go. Come on, baby. Now we're in the leapfrog. We wanted to obviously we wanted to continue to move up, and my stop and my profit target will leap forward and continue to lock in profits as the trade matures to the upside. This is where we look to get a runner. We don't have a lot of wiggle room. Come on, keep pushing up. There we go. All right. Caught a nice long move there. We got our crude inventory. Now, this ceasefire that just got extended could cause the price of oil to drop. Our moneymaker's in short. Mack truck is still crushing it. It's in a trade now. Let's go to the Mack truck. I like to watch the trade, how it's managed. Watch the break of support on crude. Look at this. This is setting up nicely. We get a yellow Heikinashi, and this thing could run to the downside. Woo-wee. Look at this trade setting up. That's our bread and butter trade on the Heikinashi system. All we need is that yellow push down, that yellow candle. It's testing support. Mack truck. All the risk is off on the Mack truck. We're in a free ride. Now I changed on my Mack truck. I gave it the leapfrog's going to kick in a little earlier on mine. I put my offset a little bigger. Nope. No follow through yet. Wick this out. Crude bounced off of support. Boy, it's not an easy session. No joy today. Mike, we actually love your idea. We're going to be starting the human versus the bot. If you think you can beat our top performing bots, you're going to be able to jump into a competition where we're going to have weekly prizes. Power plays back in long. Yeah, we love it. We're going to do it. We got the bounce, the bounce. Ooh, here's gold again. Gold has been doing it all day. It did. It did bring out a lot of competitiveness, which is good. It could be healthy. I'm looking for the push through resistance. Excuse me. We got these flat bottom Heikinashis. All I need to see is a blue one push right through resistance, and I'm all over gold. You can see how choppy it's been on the Nasdaq today. Prices ranging right between the VWAP and about 29,990. Prices stayed right within this narrow range the entire session so far. We're really looking for a breakout of that range. Which way it's going to go is anyone's guess. But it's going to take a little patience and discipline. I'm keeping an eye on gold. And we're going to have the crude inventory report. Might be the catalyst event that we're looking for today. We need something. Ever since that CPI report came out, things have fizzled out quickly. We went into a choppy, ranging market. I'm going to give my power play a clear shot to my profit target. Oh, there goes crude long. It bounced off support. Let's look at the bias indicator. It's on 3 minutes. The manager and I were talking yesterday about the choppy market and being patient and waiting for our move. Some days are just the market doesn't give it to us. Having the ability to sit on our hands is really what makes David Wise. David Wise, when I talk about him, that's our professional options trader. He has etched in stone rules. And if the technicals on his chart don't check off each one of the boxes, what does he do? He does nothing. He doesn't trade. Come on, gold. We got a big crude inventory report coming. This is crude oil on a 5-minute. And a really nice short right to support. And that's where it's been stuck. Human versus the bot. My phone. Oh, shoot. I think they are trying to get into. Okay, let's watch gold. Coming back down to retest support. This is where price keeps bouncing right here on the Nasdaq. Let's see if it breaks through. Doesn't go much further than this. This is the last line of support, right at 29,847 or 8. We got crude inventory in 10 minutes. America's going to go. It's going to bounce again. Very narrow ranging market. Oh, here goes gold. Come on, give me a blue Heikinashi. Get me in. This counter you see on my chart, on my gold chart, it's at 270, 280. That's contracts per minute. Contracts per minute. It's a great indicator. Our mandate is to follow along with institutional money. How do we know when they step in? Well, volume is one real good indication. It's not a lagging indicator. You see a spike in volume in real time. You know what the dealio is. Here we go. Here's our buy Heikinashi. I knew it was going to jump in long right there. That's that signal C that scores. Did you, Dan? Huh. It could be because I'm at 1.4. You might be at 1.2. Yeah, we haven't seen any NQ follow through yet. If I show you my 5-minute chart, I'm sure you might have one up already. You could see from the market open, we stayed right within this narrow range of the VWAP and just under 30,000. 29,876 and about 30,000. If today's the day that the market just doesn't align well, doesn't give us many opportunities, it's a good day if, not to take a big drawdown. I think that goes without saying. Any day is a good day not to take a good drawdown, but especially on a day like today when there are just no opportunities and we're not going to force it. But the session is early. We're only in the first hour. I was talking to the manager yesterday, and sometimes it doesn't find a direction until after 10:30. Let's see if we get this breakthrough to the upside. The power play's been hitting singles. Trading 5 micros on the power play. Gold is consolidating. See if it takes another leg up. Hey, Michael. Mean reversion is going to take a reversal trade. That's really the spirit of the strategy. It's not a trend trading bot. If your mean reversion is on a signal A, what I did is I put my retirement plan, which is also a signal A, and one of the conditions that I put was the 50 signal, which prevents the counter trend trades. My mean reversion, I don't use that filter because I want it to reverse in an overextended market. I increased my bar size on the mean reversion to a 10 Unirenko. So it's even slower and later to get in because I want the market to get overextended. Here we go. Let's get this breakthrough resistance. $10.26. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes till crude inventory. Let's put this over here. And let's keep our eye on crude, and we're going to watch the report at 10:30. I'm going to put this on my gold because I have it on my copier already. Crude inventory in 1 minute. 1 minute. Crude inventory. The expectation, the forecast, is for negative 1.7 million barrels. The report comes out in 40 seconds. Previously, it was plus 2.5 million barrels. Here goes the price of crude is rising just prior to the report. Now, if I wanted to take a discretionary trade, I could do it on this chart here and it would go to my copier. Here it comes, 5 seconds. There's the report. Let's see if it breaks through support. Lost my copier. They're trying to push it through support. Let's see it. The actual the actual price was 17.4 million. Wow. Oh, whoa. Look at the Nasdaq. That was so fast. This could be our 1 out of 3. Donald Trump just released. That was a Donald Trump tweet, I think, that moved the Nasdaq. Well, the crude inventory report, even though it was way above their forecast, it didn't really move the price of crude much at all. Power play got another signal C entry. The signal C is working well. Excuse me. The pullback and go. It's just getting into my window, into my profit window, and locking in a little bit of profit. Here we go. Let's watch the break of support. Very low volume on crude. We got 35, 45, under 100 contracts a minute. Let's see if volume spikes at all. Retesting support. Here we go. It broke support. Let's see if it gets some follow through now, the downside. I'm looking at the Nasdaq. Crude is popping to the upside off of support. Our higher time frame is still lined up for a short trade because of this big move down. So it's in a short. Market structure wise, it's set up for a short entry still. It is bouncing off of support. Boy, this has been a tough day. Listen, if we're going to have a losing day, I'm very happy to lose $100. We always want our losing days to be smaller than our winning days. Oh, look at this. I missed it. Here's the 1550 cross. We don't have any background bias, so I don't have alignment of a higher time frame on gold yet. The golden goose is in short. It's in big trouble. Took a loser. There goes Mack Truck. Let's see if Mack Truck can run up the score. It took the signal C entry. No risk on the trade. Only upside now. Yeah, that is by design, Michael. Let's see if we get in the leapfrog here. Now, once price comes with so close to my profit target, that's called the profit window. The profit window is the trigger for my leapfrog. So now the leapfrog is activated. So now if this trade continues to go to the upside, you're going to see my leapfrog allow this trade to run. It's already locked in a really nice leg of profit, and it's not going to give it back. However, if the trade continued to the upside, we haven't seen a lot of it today because of the market condition. But it would have done what we call the leapfrog, where our stop and profit target both jump. Continues to lock in on the stop, and then the profit target keeps running away. Kind of like the gold setup. Got the 1550 cross, our sell signals. We just don't have our background bias. Crude took off long. We're going to hang in there for another 10 minutes. Let's see if we can find something. This is what we've been looking at all session. Just a straight sideways market. Just not moving. Mm. Let's go to gold. Let's go back to gold. When we have no background bias on our Heikinashi, what does that mean? That means that there's no trend. There's no trend. These areas that there's no bias is chop. That's when we don't want to trade. The areas we want to trade are the green areas or the pink areas. White, sit on your hands, do nothing. Green, look for a long entry. So the system does a good job of defining chop, right? Staying out of the losers, that's the important thing. That's been the message today. Mack Truck has just had a phenomenal day. Even in this chop, the Mack Truck got the job done. Valencia. Are you trying to be rude to Gerald? Hang on, excuse me for 1 second. Okay. Well, you were on a roll there, Gerald, for a while. You had a little bit of a winning streak there. I wouldn't let today ruin your day, ruin your frame of mind. Go right back to what you were doing before. Today was just a tough, ranging market, man. There was no real good opportunities all day. I mean, look, the 5-minute chart, it shows us. This is the story of today. Look, how's anyone going to make money like that? It's not you. It's the market, man. The important thing is to recognize it and not take any trades. When the market looks like this, find something else to do. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Thanks for joining us, Mike. Thanks for the great idea yesterday. We're in the process of putting it into motion. We're going to have humans versus bots. If you think you can beat the bots, we've got a special contest and we got some really great prizes planned. I'm going to put a free gift in the chat box today. This is the symbol watermark. Symbol watermark, what that means, what that is if you look at my chart, on all of my charts, you could see exactly what instrument that I'm trading. It puts a watermark on the back on your chart that shows you the instrument you're on. So there's never a question. Maybe this is the trade, the move we've been waiting on. Let's take a look at our Nasdaq. Let's see if we break through this area. We've been trying to get there all day. This is the last chance for romance. My power play is in, testing the waters. Is this the move down? That breaks open the floodgates to the downside. Got some good selling pressure. Here we go. The low of the session is right here. Right about where my blue line is. We got the Heikin-Ashi signal on gold short. I don't have a high volume candle. I looked at the gold chart. It's choppy also. Right behind me is professional options trader David Wise. He gets going at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube. He's in a separate live stream. Watch the Mack truck jump in long here. Watch the Mack truck entry. If it continues to the upside, this is what's been working. Nope. Coming down. Let's go to the Mack truck. Nope. Yep. It's a jumped in short. Mack truck is in short. A really nice signal C entry. Let's see if there's follow through. Here we go. Let's put this one on the Mack truck. Nice high volume candle. to the downside. We'll get them tomorrow, Joe. We bounced off support. I'm going to run out of time. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Let's give it one chance. One chance. I'm going to hang in there to the bitter end. I needed to break both of these areas of support. I needed to get below 29,835 before I can consider going short. I'm not going to trade into support. Please, on your way out the door, if you would, if you'd like my video here on YouTube, coming soon is man versus bot. If you're trading a discretionary system and you think you could beat our bots, we want to get you in the game. Even if you're already trading our bots, we still want to get you in the game, trading a discretionary strategy. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your day. We're gonna stay on for another 2 or 3 minutes. It happens all the time. Right when I get off, right when I sign off, there's this beautiful opportunity. Like, oh, why didn't that happen 10 minutes ago? The community leaderboard. Let's go to the community leaderboard. It was a consensus. Everybody was really in agreement with the Mack truck. No real guesswork as to which one to trade. It started right from the CPI report this morning, and it never left the leaderboard. So we have a really nice diversity of bots that are leveraging different entries, different signals for their trigger. We know every day certain triggers are going to work better than others. Looks like we're going to test support, possibly. Look at momentum on my 8-unit Renko. My RSI line, which is the white line, is pinned to the top. Pinned to the top. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow, everybody. Have a blessed rest of your day. Don't forget David Wise, professional options trader. He is an inspiration. You're right, Mike. He's the real, he's a real guy, man. He's real. If he's doing bad, he's going to tell you. And if he's doing well, you always know right where Gerald stands, and I respect that about him. He's certainly not trying to impress anybody. Here we go. We're getting a little push to the downside here. It's got my attention. Got a little spike in volume. Couple yellow high volume candles pushing into support. But I've already gone over my time. So I'm going to have to end this broadcast. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. So long.